Whole brain thinking. Now, this is another layer to looking at the concept of alignment for optimal creativity. With whole brain thinking, we're taking a look at both hemispheres of the brain. And traditionally, each hemisphere of the brain is associated with a different type of thinking. So, left brain is all about analytics, it's about logic, reason, linear path forward. And the right brain is the hemisphere of creativity, typically, traditionally, that's how it's viewed, of color, of abstractness, of flow. And both of these, we can look at certain professions that brings these qualities out. So say in finance, it brings out a lot of left brain qualities of finite, tracking, data, linear tracking and exposure. Whereas the right brain is fields of, say, creativity, artists, of course, singers. And really what we're looking to do with this for your masterpiece is combining both. And more about weaving them together rather than combining. Because if we just combine them together, that's just going to, create blandness. It's really about weaving each of them together so that your unique masterpiece has the optimal blend of both. And when we're faced with different challenges in life and business, sometimes we might need a little bit more of the left brain. Sometimes we might need a little bit more of the right brain. So it's really about building proficiency in each so that you can know which one's best to use. And oftentimes we're just taught to use one. Like in my journey, I was very left brain, very analytical. And that was it. There was no room for any of the right brain. There was just purely left brain, get it done, move forward, no speculation. And quite frankly, it was leaving a lot on the table. I was missing opportunities that if I would just give it a little bit of time and explored certain ways, it would have moved things faster. So let's take a look at a few different examples, and I'm going to show you a few different pictures because it'll give you different reference points that'll help connect this to your daily life and business and ultimately your masterpiece. So this is another example. On the left brain side, we got math, logic, linear, order, objective, analytical, digital, rational, okay? On the right-hand side, creative, big picture, emotions, dream, imaginations, random. So we give our right brain opportunity to express itself when we do things, say spontaneous things, and also when we allow ourselves to explore certain things that we're not sure what the end outcome is going to be. And last module we talked about passion, and that's really using the right brain a lot of times, is allowing ourselves to explore the curiosities that our left brain might not see how that's going to make us money, might not see how that's valuable to us in the moment, but we feel it. And the neurons in our heart are guiding us to that area. That's allowing us to use the right brain, okay? And another way to look at this is the balance between masculine and feminine energy. So traditionally, the feminine energy is more right brain. And again, this doesn't matter on genders, it's just we all have masculine energy within us, we all have feminine energy within us. And we also have the correct balance for us, and that balance is going to be different depending on who it is. So it's different for all of us, yet we all have that balance point of what's best for us. So traditionally, the feminine energy is more right brain, which is all these things happen to be on the left right now, but it was receptive, passive. And sometimes we need this in business, like absolutely, especially when creating our masterpiece. There's times where we need to take a step back. We need to allow patience. We need to receive rather than go, go, go. And this is oftentimes for entrepreneurs that I work with, this is a hard lesson for us. And I know it's for me. I had to really unlearn and pull myself back in many different ways, and I'm still doing that oftentimes, because the left brain way of entrepreneurship is so ingrained into us, which is traditionally the more masculine approach, which is move forward, go, and just push, 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 push. That's the left brain approach. So really what this is inviting you to do is to see which one's most natural to you right now. Is it the feminine energy of receiving, feeling the emotions, understanding, or is it the left brain, masculine energy of rational analytics moving forward. So which one's natural to you? And then now the exercise is to get familiar with building up the skill of the other one. And the more you have, it's almost like a game, you know, which one you're most natural at, and then what's the other one that you need to build up in skills, because then that arms you with the best of both worlds. And again, it doesn't mean that you just put them together and become bland. No, it means that since you've built up both skills, you can find the optimal amount that is good for you. Maybe it's really focused on the masculine energy, 80% and 20% feminine energy. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's 80% feminine energy and 20% masculine energy, traditional masculine energy. And so that's about finding it for you. And this is a deep topic, of course, but really just setting the overview here. And again, really emphasize, it doesn't matter your gender with this. No matter what gender you have, that balance of masculine and feminine energy is, there's going to be a good balance for you, and it's up to you to find out what is that optimal balance that feels the most, that gets you the best results in life and business, and it has the most alignment. Okay, here's just another one, another example. Again, just giving you different reference points. Left brain, logic, results, numbers. Right brain, social, meaning, emotional, thoughts, creative. Okay, and this is kind of putting them together. And really what we're looking for in the middle here is that combination of both, and being able to have, you know, the energy in one hand, energy in the other hand, and weave them together to find the best result for yourself. And here's yet again, I mean, there's certain truths in life, and we see them play out and described by different cultures. So the yin and the yang, depending on how you describe it, these are that same dynamic of feminine and masculine energy, of left brain, right brain. So it's really finding this balance for yourself, and also giving yourself permission, because a lot of times, just, you know, in entrepreneurship, it's just this message of left brain, go, hustle, hustle, hustle. But again, as we've kind of talked about that, a lot of those messages are just red. They're just red messages of work harder, fight longer, and just go, go, go. And that's really missing out on the green and the blue ideas. And the gate to getting into green is opening up the heart, connecting to the heart, because that's when we feel on the green color scale, that's when we feel our heart is light. And passion is the first level of green. And passion is love in the heart. Like your heart is into it. Your passion is in, you're feeling the passion. So that is a right brain thing. That is a feminine energy of the feeling. So we need this combination for us to be in green and blue levels. And ultimately, blue level is having tremendous patience and having patience while also of the feminine energy, while also having the masculine energy of knowing what things to set up, what systems to set up, being very focused on that, and what not to do. And then the feminine energy comes in as allowing that system to give, and more people to share it, and more people to come to it. And ultimately what that happens is it allows us to align head, heart, and hands, where it makes sense business-wise, our heart's in it, and we're taking the action. So this is an intro, an overview to whole brain thinking, and that's what I'll just share is to keep this in mind as you're making daily decisions, as well as you're making plans, you know, on a quarterly level, on a monthly level, on a yearly level for your business. Is you can now see, okay, what's a left brain way to approach this? Purely analytical, no space for abstractness. Okay, what's a really right brain way to approach this? Okay, what's that optimal balance that blends the best of both worlds? That's my invite to you, and that's what I got for you in this video, and I'll see you in the next one.